Morning Vibes with Dr. Jerry the First, episode 164. This Saturday, 24th day of February 2018. My names are Dr. Jerry the First Oguzie, and today we are looking at signs indicating that it's time to let go. Holding on is being brave, but letting go and moving on is often what makes us stronger and happier. Sometimes we find it difficult to let go, very difficult indeed, due mainly to the fact that we may have invested a lot of energy and other resources in that which seem not to be working. And most of these times we cling to hope that things will turn out to be better. If you have been hoping against hope that things will be better and they are not, if you have been holding on, hoping that there will be a turnaround and it is taking too long and too much toll on your psyche, if you have been waiting for the promised change and it's not forthcoming and your hope has all but completely waned, then it's time to let go. Here are 10 signs to know that it's time to let go and seriously consider it. 1. Someone expects you to be someone you are not. You are willing to give that relationship a chance. You would go to any length to make it work, but your partner wants you to be someone else. He or she mirrors you against someone who is the opposite of you and completely and consistently asks you to be that person. You should be wise enough to know that they don't have your best interests at heart. Don't change who you are for anyone else. It's wiser to lose someone over being who you are than to keep them by being someone you are not. And this is because it's easier to mend a broken heart than it is to piece together a shattered identity. It's easier to fill an empty space in your life where someone else used to be than it is to fill the empty space inside you where you used to be. 2. A person's actions don't match their words. Over time, you have observed that he or she says one thing and does exactly the opposite. And each time they apologize, and you forgive because you believe, as it is popularly said, that to err is human and to forgive divine. But for how long will you allow yourself to be taken for a ride? It is true that everybody deserves somebody who helps them look forward to tomorrow. But if someone has the opposite effect on you because they are consistently inconsistent and their actions don't match up with their words, it's time to let them go. It's always better to be alone than to be in bad company. It is popularly said that true friendship is a promise made in the heart, silent, unwritten, unbreakable by distance, and unchangeable by time. Don't listen to what people say, watch what they do. Your true friends will slowly reveal themselves to you over time. 3. You catch yourself forcing someone to love you. In every love affair, someone, of course, must take the lead and be the one that might have to love more. But for love not to be a one-sided affair, it has to be mutual and freely given. However, let us keep in mind that we can't force anyone to love us. If you are the one giving all the love and the other person is doing all the receiving, that is not love at all. It is infatuation. And that is an evidence that they don't love you at all. For if they do, they will match you up in 50-50 love. You can't force anyone to love you. Either they do or they don't, no matter what you do for them. And that is the raw truth. We shouldn't beg someone to stay when they want to leave. That's what love is all about, freedom. However, the end of one love affair or even several love affairs is definitely not the end of life. It should be the beginning of an understanding that love sometimes lives for a reason, but never lives without a lesson. If someone truly loves you, they will give you a reason not to doubt it. Anyone can come into your life and say how much they love you, but it takes someone really special to stay in your life and prove how much they love you. Sometimes it takes a while to find the right person, but the right person is always worth the wait. 4. An intimate relationship is based strictly on physical attraction. Being beautiful is more than how many people can get to look at you or how others perceive you at a single glance. It's about what you live for. It's about what defines you. It's about the depth of your heart and what makes you unique. It's about being who you are and living out your life honestly. It's about those little quirks that make you you. People who are only attracted to you because of a pretty face or nice body won't stay by your side forever. But the people who can see how beautiful your heart is will never leave you. If the first comment a guy makes about you is, "Oh, babe, you're so beautiful," and the next thing he wants to do is to take you to bed, if your brain is sitting squarely in your head, you should know that that is not love at all. And so don't just start. This also applies to any guy who a girl meets and tells him, "Oh boy, how handsome you are," and then she just wants to jump into his bed. Love is not a one-night stand because most one-night stands end up in broken-heartedness, and no one really knows where broken hearts go to when they get broken. 5. Someone continuously breaks your trust. Love means giving someone the chance to hurt you and hoping and trusting that they will not do that. When you completely trust a person without any doubt, you'll automatically get one of two results: a friend for life or a lesson for life. Either way, there's always a positive outcome. Either you confirm the fact that that person cares about you, or you get the opportunity to weed them out of your life and make room for those who do. In the end, you will discover who is a fake and who is true, and who would risk it all for you. And trust me, some people will totally surprise you. 6. Someone continuously overlooks your worth. You should know your worth. If someone continuously belittles you, then he or she does not know your worth. And if you can't get them to respect you for who you are, then it's time to let go. When you give yourself to someone who doesn't respect you, you surrender pieces of your soul that you never get back. There comes a point when you have to let go and stop chasing some people. If someone wants you in their life, they will find a way to put you there. Sometimes you just need to let go and accept the fact that they don't care for you the way you care for them. Let them live your life quietly. Letting go is oftentimes easier than holding on. We think it's too hard to let go until we actually do. Then we ask ourselves, why didn't I do this sooner? The seventh sign to know that it's time to let go is you are never given a chance to speak your mind. Sometimes an argument saves a relationship, whereas silence breaks it. The argument that saves a relationship is the one in which both partners discuss and dialogue, and not a non-stop monologue. If you're in a relationship where you're always hushed down when you want to speak your mind, or you work at some place where you're always told what to do and your opinion is never asked, and even when you want to say something, you are asked to shut up, it's time to take a second look at it all. Speak up for your heart so that you won't have regrets. Life is not about making others happy. Life is about being honest and sharing your happiness with others. Number 8, you are frequently forced to sacrifice your happiness. Life is all about choice. We make sacrifice to move ahead in life. We make sacrifice to choose what we want to be, where we want to be, who we want to be, and all that. But if you allow people to make more withdrawals than deposits in your life, you'll be out of balance, and very soon you'll be in the negative. So, know when to close the account. It's always better to be alone with dignity than in a relationship that constantly requires you to sacrifice your happiness and self-respect. 9, you truly dislike your current situation or routine or job and all that. If what you're doing at the present does not reflect the real you honestly need to do a rethink. If your current job sucks and always gives you headache and heartache when you think of it, but you still keep at it because you have to put food on the dinner table, then you need to do a serious rethink. It is better to be a failure at something you love than to succeed at something you truly and thoroughly hate. Don't let someone who gave up on their dreams talk you out of giving up on yours. The best thing you can do in life is follow your heart. Take risks. Don't just make the safe and easy choices because you're afraid of what might happen. If you do, nothing will ever happen. Chances must be taken, mistakes must be made, and lessons must be learned. It might be an uphill climb, but when you reach that mountain top, it will be worth every ounce of blood, sweat, and tears you put into it. Number 10. You catch yourself obsessing over and living in the past. There is no one without a past, and though the past may be positive or negative, but the one that comes knocking on the door of our heart most of the time is the negative aspect of the past. It always comes to make us not to forget how we had been hurt, what shame we felt, how discomforting it was then, and all that. But if we have chosen to move ahead, then we must shield the door of our hearts with a concretized protector, so that even when the negatives come knocking, it shall meet a stone brick, and we are not able to hear its knock. Eventually, you will overcome the heartache and forget the reasons you cried and who caused the pain. Eventually, you will realize that the secret to happiness and freedom is not about control or revenge, but in letting things unfold naturally and learning from your experiences over the course of time. After all, what matters most is not the first, but the final chapter of your life, which unveils the details of how well you wrote your story. So let go of the past, set yourself free, and open your mind to the possibility of new relationships and priceless experiences. And the one thing you should never let go of, course, is hope. Remember that what you deserve is there and waiting for you. So you keep pushing forward. Someday, all the pieces will come together. And on that day, you will understand why things had to happen the way they happened. Unimaginably good things will transpire in your life. And even if everything doesn't turn out exactly the way you had anticipated it, they will still come up. And you will look back at the times that have passed. You will have a broad smile on your face. And then you just ask yourself, how did I get through all of that? Until I come your way again, this is Morning Vibes with Dr. Jerry the First. This program is powered by Topitup Media and Communication Nigeria. All rights reserved. Thank you for listening to this broadcast today. It would please us to no end if you continue to visit our podcast. And so to be able to do that, kindly click on the red subscribe button towards your right to subscribe to our channel. In the same vein, also click on the bell beside the subscribe button so that you can always receive the notification for any new podcast we upload. Also give us a thumb up to like this podcast. These help us to grow. And do help us share the podcast to your friends in the different social media sites you belong to. Click on the share tab just below the podcast and share directly from there. The full text of this podcast is on our blog, and would you want to read it, kindly visit the blog. We have a Facebook page where we also post our podcast on a daily basis. If you're on Facebook, kindly like our Facebook page. The links to our blog and our Facebook page are in the description box right below. Thank you for your attention. Do have a very nice day.